Well, domination. What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nice No One coming out with another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles Raiders recap. The Eagles bounced back after a 3-game losing streak, defeating the Las Vegas Raiders by a score of 31-0. Just absolutely dominating the Raiders, shutting them out at home. It feels great, man. It feels great to be back in the win column after 3 very stressful weeks as an Eagles fan. In this game, Kenny Pickett, former Eagles quarterback, got the start for the Raiders because the Raiders' starting quarterback Geno Smith is nursing an injury. So Kenny Pickett got the start, and the Eagles' defense just absolutely dominated. Kenny Pickett only had 64 yards passing for the game, the entire game. Eagles' defense, just getting to him. Sacks, BG, Brandon Graham having a very good day. Just another damn good day for the defense. The offense was actually competent today and played quite well overall. Now, for me, I'm happy to win. Anytime you get a W in this league, it's always great. But am I sitting here jumping for joy like I think the Eagles have figured it out and went back on track? No, I'm not there. I'm not there. They did what they're supposed to do. A team that you're far better than, you're supposed to go out there and you're supposed to dominate them. So, while I am happy for the win, I'm still not there where I think this team has figured it out and they're back on track. I gotta continue to see more. But obviously, we'll take this W after losing 3 straight. We're 9-5. Eagles control their destiny when it comes to the NFC East. They control that. So, yeah, if we're gonna make a run, we gotta make a run now. We gotta take this win right here. A big win, because obviously after losing 3 straight games, a dominant win against a team that you're supposed to dominate. We gotta take this win and we gotta build off this momentum. We gotta make sure that we, that we continue to come and fire on all cylinders for here on out. Going to this game, like I said, man, I if you watch my preview, I picked the Raiders to win because at this point, it wasn't even reverse psychology anymore. I'm like, this Eagles team got to prove something to me. They got to prove something to me before I start picking them to win games again. And why I am happy and by the dominant win, and I'm happy the way our offense looked today. I gotta see this be a continuing thing here going forward. But just going over this game real quick, looking at the stats here, Jalen Hurts had a very solid day. He was 12 for 15, 175 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns. 2 of those were like little pitch passes to Dallas Goedert. But yeah, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. He had a 154.9 passer rating. Tanner McKee got some playing time in this game because the Eagles were blowing out the Raiders, so he got some playing time. He was 3 for 3, 33 yards passing, 112 passer rating. Saquon Barkley, 22 carries for 78 yards, 3.5 average a carry, 1 touchdown. His longest run was a 17-yard run. Tank Bigsby, Tank Bigsby was so close at the end there getting a touchdown, but couldn't get in there after we had taken our starters out. Tank Bigsby, 17 carries for 57 yards, 3.4 average a carry. His long was a 13-yard run. Jalen Hurts using his legs quite a bit in this game. 7 runs for 39 yards, 5.6 average a run. Tanner McKee, 1 run for 9 yards. Dallas Goedert receiving. Dallas Goedert, 6 catches for 70 yards, 11.2 average a catch. 2 receiver touchdowns. His long was a 32-yard field goal. Devontae Smith, 2 catches for 50 yards. 25.0 average a catch. His long was a 44-yard catch. AJ Brown, 2 catches for 41 yards, 20.5 average a catch. He had a receiver touchdown. Just a beautiful pass by Jalen Hurts, and there was 3 Raider defenders there, but there was a small crease, and Jalen Hurts put that ball right where it needed to be at to get in there, and AJ Brown did the rest. But like I said, the last touchdown the Eagles scored, he was pass from Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown. Basically the put away pass. His long was a 27-yard catch. Darius Cooper, 2 catches for 29 yards, 14.5 average a catch. His long was a 16-yard catch. Grant Calcaterra, 1 catch for 4 yards. Defensively, like I said, defense showed up and they balled the hell out today. Defense, those guys are phenomenal. Nakobe Dean, 5 tackles, 3 tackle assists. Cooper DeJean, 4 tackles, 4 tackles. Adoree Jackson, 2 tackles, 1 tackle assist. Brandon Graham, BG, 2 tackles, 2 sacks. Moro Jomo, 1 tackle, 1 tackle assist, also had a sack. Ty Robinson, 1 tackle. Keely Ringo, 1 tackle. Jalen Hunt, 1 tackle. Marcus Zepp, 1 tackle. Nolan Smith Jr., 1 tackle, 1 tackle assist, had a sack. Quinyon Mitchell, 1 tackle. Reed Blankenship, 1 tackle, 2 tackle assists. Jeremiah Trotter, 1 tackle assist. Jordan Davis, 4 tackles. Byron Young, 3 tackles. Zach Bond, 4 tackle assists. He also had a sack. Kick returns, Will Shipley, 1 return for 31 yards. Punt returns, Britton Covey, 3 returns for 22 yards, 7.3 average return. His long was 11-yard return. Jake Elliott, 1 for 1, 100%. His long was a 27-yard field goal, 4 for 4 on extra points. 7 points total scored by Jake Elliott. Brady Man, one punt, which is that's what you want. You don't want your punt out there too much of the game. 1 punt, 43-yard field goal. 43-yard punt. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see your punter having a lot of damn punts, obviously. So that's what you want to see. Total yards in this game, 75 yards total offense by the Raiders. 387 total yards of offense by the Eagles. Passing yards, 29 passing yards by the Raiders. 204 yards passing by the Eagles. Rushing, 46 yards rushing by the Raiders. 183 yards rushing by the Eagles. Yards per play. Yards per play, 1.8 yards per play by the Raiders, 5.9 by the Eagles. First downs, 7 first downs by the Raiders, 27 first downs by the Eagles. Third down efficiency, Raiders 3 for 12, Eagles 10 for 13. Fourth down efficiency, Raiders 0-1, Eagles were 0-1 as well. Total plays ran, 42 plays ran by the Raiders, 66 plays ran by the Eagles. Sacks allowed, four sacks by the Raiders. They gave up. Eagles gave up 1 sack. It was by Max Crosby, who was just a beast of a pass rusher. Total punts, 5 punts by the Raiders, only 1 by the Eagles. Penalties, the Raiders committed 3 for 39 yards. The Eagles committed 3 for 35 yards. No fumbles by either team. 1 interception by the Raiders, 0 by the Eagles. Time of possession, just absolute dominant time possession by the Eagles. The Raiders held the ball for 20 minutes and 35 seconds. The Eagles held it for 39 minutes and 25. Okay, yeah, the Raiders held it for 20 minutes and 35 seconds. Eagles held it for 39 minutes and 25 seconds. So as you can see, basically a 19-minute possession advantage by the Eagles there. So yeah. Tackles, 43 tackles by the Raiders, 21 tackles by the Eagles. Field goals made, the Raiders 0 for 0, didn't score a single point. Eagles 1 for 1. Red zone made attempts, 0 for 0 by the Raiders, 3 for 5 by the Eagles. Going over the scoring overview, let's see here real quick. Here's the scoring overview for the game. With 7 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter, Jalen Hurts with the pitch pass to Dallas Goedert for 4 yards. After the touchdown, extra point was good by Jake Elliott, 7-0 Eagles. With 12 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter, Jake Elliott with a 27-yard field goal attempt. It was good. Now the score is 10-0 Eagles. With 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the second quarter, Saquon Barkley rushed up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown. Jake Elliott extra point was good. 17-0 Eagles at halftime. Second half, with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter, Jalen Hurts with a another pitch pass to Dallas Goedert for 4 yards. Extra point by Jake Elliott is good. 24-0 Eagles. And the final score of the game, the final touchdown of the game, Jalen Hurts with a pass deep down the middle to A.J. Brown for 27 yards. After the extra point, which was good by Jake Elliott, 31-0 final score by Eagles. Just absolutely dominate the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah, dominant performance. This is what I would like to see this team do for here going forward, because if we're gonna make a run, we are the defending Super Bowl champions. If we're gonna make a run, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to get it going now. You're gonna have to get that get that thing going right now. I'm very happy with this win. I'm not gonna sit here and do cartwheels or anything like that. I'm happy. I'm happy we did what we're supposed to do. You go out there and beat teams that you're supposed to beat, and you beat them very handily and very, very, very convincingly. So if the Eagles had lost this game to the Raiders, oh boy, this probably would have been like a 50-minute rant video if the Eagles had gone out there and somehow lost to the Raiders. Now, I wouldn't have been surprised had the Eagles lost this game, but thank goodness they didn't lose, because I don't have to come on here now yelling and screaming up a storm. Like I said, definitely gonna take this win, because it was a win the Eagles needed. The confidence of the team is definitely a big confidence booster for the Eagles, and they gotta take this and they gotta build off of it. They gotta build off of it, because we got a we have a division game coming up next week. We got the Washington Commanders going to Washington to play the Commanders. That's gonna be a big game for us. That's gonna be absolutely huge. The Eagles the Eagles have Washington. Then we got the Bills, which is gonna be a tough one. Then we got Washington again to close out the season. Because of the position the Eagles put themselves in, they're gonna have to probably play the starters for all 3 of these games. Like I already said to you guys, that number 1 seed, we can forget that. We can pretty much forget that. That number 1 seed is pretty much gone. The Eagles will have to win out and then get some help. I just don't see the number 1 seed as a possibility, and that's fine. We last season we were not the number 1 seed, and we made it happen with I think we were the second. What was the second seed? I think it was the second seed, or what was the third? I had to go back and look at that. But regardless, Yeah, it's just disappointing that we're probably out of the running for the second seed, but I mean for the first seed. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We didn't need that. We didn't need that first seed last season, and we end up basically playing as a first seed in the playoffs because we had home field advantage the way the playoffs went. So it went in the Eagles' favor throughout the playoffs. So that is what it is. But for me right now, man, the goal is to win the NFC East. To win the NFC East, and if things go our way, with seeding and stuff, that we can possibly, who knows? You never know in the NFL. Okay, that's fine. But control what we can control, which is winning football games and going into the playoffs strong. That's what our focus need to be. And like I said, we got a couple. We got Washington twice coming up, and we had the Buffalo Bills in between there. Both. No, I'm not taking either one of these teams lightly. Damn sure not taking the Bills lightly. But I'm also not taking the division rival Washington Commanders lightly either, because as well as I know, there's nothing more Washington will love than to try to play spoiler for the Eagles. So damn sure don't take them lightly. Damn sure did not take that team lightly. I'm not sure if Jaden Daniels is going to be playing for Washington next week. Not sure. No, or is it going to be Marcus Mariota again? Ultimately, it really does not matter. The Eagles just have to go show up, and they have to do their job. So, we will cross that road when we get to it. But I'm damn sure going to enjoy this win right now, and enjoy this win for a day or two to get focused on Washington. This is also the first time the Eagles have ever defeated Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll coming to this game was 9-0 for his coaching career against the Philadelphia Eagles. That goes back to his time with the New England Patriots, the Seattle Seahawks, and he also coached the New York Jets as well. So that goes back to those times. So he had never lost to the Philadelphia Eagles for his coaching career. So last year, we finally beat Russell Wilson. This year, we finally beat Pete Carroll. And it feels damn good to finally beat Pete Carroll, because this guy, for whatever reason, has had our number throughout his coaching career. So even the years where the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, no, and we played Seattle, we could not beat this guy. So it feels great to finally beat Pete Carroll. The Raiders are, they're in the position they're in for a reason. They're not a good football team. They are definitely a rebuilding team. But at the end of the day, I'm still happy because snapping a 3-game losing streak and beating a team that you're supposed to beat convincingly and very handily. For me that's big. But like I said, I gotta see more from the Eagles going forward. Hopefully they take the momentum. It's a confidence boost for the team, and they get ready for the Washington Commanders. They get ready for them next Sunday afternoon in Washington. So yeah. So while I'm happy, like I said, I am ecstatic. Like I said, I gotta see more from this team going forward. But yeah, that's gonna be another. If I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be another afternoon game. Eagles going to Washington, play the Commanders. I think that's gonna be a Saturday game. So actually, yes, a Saturday game. It's gonna be a Saturday game, 5 p.m. next Saturday. So short week for the Eagles here. They got 6 days. So be ready. Let's go to Washington. Let's beat those Commanders. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's go. Let's ride high in the playoffs, boys. So once again, the Eagles absolutely shut out the Las Vegas Raiders at home, 31-0. Jalen Hurts, a very solid day for him. Just a very solid day overall for this team. It's a good win, a dominant win. Now let's get ready to go to Washington and beat these Commanders next Saturday afternoon. But that's all I gotta say. That's all I got left to say in this video. As always, go Birds. Spunky 1991 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.
Touchdown. That's all, folks.